location also house another powerhouse podcast called Gimlet. Take a bite from the lesson, from zero to hero. iBond Studio podcast number 11 is all about simplifying acting. I am your host, Kax. I work on night and founder of Free Side Hustles. Auditioning. Gonna touch base on that subject. I have an article written Stage Milk Acting on December 22nd, 2016. Auditioning, how-to guides for acting. Auditioning is an integral part of an actor's life. For most actors, it is what you will do more than anything else. Other than working at your local coffee shop, consistently churning out good auditions will inevitably lead to landing role. It's that simple. If you keep doing good work, directors, casting directors, and producers will start to take notice. Knowing how important auditioning is and how daunting it can be for actors, we want to put together an article crammed with every last morsel of information and advice how to approach an audition. The best advice I have heard so far about auditioning is an opportunity to act, a chance to play a character and do what you love. It is for a minute, an hour, or a year. Doesn't matter. Since all the excessive wanting, hoping, and worrying just isn't helpful. Try to forget about the outcome of an audition as much as possible. Amazing audition advice on auditioning. Let's be honest, we are all mainly auditioning for film or TV roles these days. It's the bread and butter for most actors and where your agent will be pushing you. Here are some quick and dirty tips when auditioning for camera. Keep it simple. Do less. This is an advice from a very famous actor called Robert De Niro. First one is keep it simple. Another one is to flirt. Be cheeky. Play. The audiences want to see you having fun. Use your natural voice. Don't be affected and put on a fake voice. Get comfortable. Practice scenes to camera as much as possible. Be familiar acting on camera. Number 5. Don't overly characterize. Finding how the character relates to you. What about you is similar to the character? Screen test is another factor. A screen test is simply an audition in front of a camera, defined here as being in the room with a casting director or director. This scenario can be very nerve-wracking and will be more intimidating than self-taping scenario. 3 simple tips. Number 1. Come into an audition room with your own energy. Number 2. Don't try to impress. Stay in your world. Focus on the scene. Number 3. Don't be difficult. Ask questions if you need, but otherwise, do your work. Be polite and leave. You want to be someone that is good to work with. I'll add 2 more. Number 4. Plan out where all your eye lines will be. If you are talking to 2 or 3 people, where are they in the relation to the camera? Be prepared. Number 5. Be prepared. You will hear this over and over again, but it's a good advice. So listen. Some actors do self-taping for good reason. Self-taping is becoming increasingly popular in the industry. Simply, it is where you do a screen test, audition to camera in your own time, and ideally with your own equipment. It's becoming its own style of audition and should be looked at from a different angle. You are creating a piece of work an idea, a conversation, a moment. 3 basic self-taping tips. Use a simple background, always. I recommend light blue, that's number 2. Keep your eye line close to camera. A good rule for all screen acting. Number 3. Have a good reader. Don't get your mom to read. I'll add 2 more for self-taping tips. Don't go crazy doing lots of takes. 3 takes per scene is plenty. Number 5. Don't look for perfection. Look for moments. Great article of this topic by Greg App, a London casting director. For more on nailing self-tips, if you'd like to learn more about acting for film, get the great article on self-tips. If you contact me, I will send some information valid for your specialty or for your needs. Where to look during an audition. This was first published in February 18, 2019 by Dennis Simon. I like the idea, so I'm sharing it with you. You will hear lots of conflicting advice about where to put your focus when you're auditioning. Do you look at space, the auditor, an empty chair? There are no hard and fast rules, so it can be confusing. The type of auditioning also impacts this decision, as well as the preferences of the person conducting the audition. Let's take this funny question down. If you are auditioning for a song for musical theater, it's standard procedure to focus your eyes directly over the head of the auditor as you gaze there. Create a world in your mind that fits with the message of the song. Whether it is thinking of your grandmother or your first love, in musical theater, actors are expected to create a world and focus there, singing on and acting to people in the invisible world. For film, television, or stage, your audition will be a scene or monologue. Auditioning with a reader for the scene is pretty straightforward. Look at the reader and create a connection with him or her. It is essential to maintain a focused connection with your reader for the entire audition so you have something real to react to. The choice of where to focus is most challenging when you are auditioning with a monologue, since you are essentially speaking to an invisible person. Look at the floor or up to the ceiling, which can make it a challenge to create an emotional connection, or others look directly at the auditor, which can also be a problem. If you want to get content of this episode, join our brand new iBorn Facebook group page, or check us on ibornstudio.org and send us a message. Thanks for listening to iBorn Podcast Show with Carl. If you like our show and want to know more, check out our page on facebook.com/ibornstudio. Leave us a review or a message. Anchor.fm/ibornstudio. Join us on the next show when we talk about the podcast on startup business support and how to get funding for your business. This show is from iBorn Studio Podcast Community.